Hello Beauty and Beyond 50, Kathleen here, and today I'm sharing with you a holiday makeup look that's perfect for those cozy gathering with friends. Think soft, glowy, and effortless, and just enough sparkle, but it still looks like you. And I just wanted a makeup look that's very simple and glowy. So if that interests you, continue watching. So my goal with these videos is to share with you the information that I have gathered over the many years that I've been in this industry. I was in salons for 25 years where I ended up leaving at a rank of master stylist, and now I'm the owner of an on-location hair and makeup company where I have a team of artists and we travel the tri-state area. If you do get any value, please consider subscribing and smashing that like button. So let's get into it. Okay, so first to give you some context, I already have my skincare done. I am going to go in there and add a little bit more moisture to my skin. I'm going to go in and use this soothing serum from Bobbi Brown. When the weather is so cold and the air is so dry, you can't put the foundation on and expect it not to get a little patchy and dry looking, but we're trying to keep this look fresh and healthy looking. So I'm going to use this Chanel Le Beige palette here. It's very soft looking, it's not too harsh. There's a little bit of shimmer here that I'm going to use. It's like this champagne color, and I think that that will just look really pretty just right on my lid. I'm going to take this BK Beauty brush, this 212. I'm going to take this top color here, and I'm just going to put a wash of color all over my lid, like so. So this is not going to be too harsh. It's not going to look too heavy. It's just going to look very simple, fresh looking. Can you see how that just kind of freshened up the lids? Nothing too crazy. It doesn't look patchy on my lids. It just looks like a very soft color. Next I'm going to go in and I am going to take this pinkish color here. Well, this is more like a peachy color here. I'm going to take this 503 brush from Angie Hot and Flashy and go in there, and I'm going to tap my brush into there, like so, and tap off any of the excess, and I'm just going to go right into that crease and maybe a little bit above just to kind of soften up my hood there. Do you see how that just gave a very subtle soft look? Okay, so when you're done, it should look something like that. Next thing, I'm going to take this A505 brush. Okay, you can see it's a flat brush, and I'm going to spray the end of it with my my Prep and Prime from MAC. I'm going to spray the very end of it like so, and I'm going to go in with that shimmery color right here, and I'm just going to tap my brush into it, just the one side, and go across that entire lid. There you go. Can you see how pretty that is? Very soft. And I'm going to go in now, and I'm going to take this 208 brush, and this is a precision angle brush. Can you see that? And I'm going to go in, it's from BK Beauty too, and I'm going to go in with this darker color right here, and I'm going to go in and I'm just going to make flicking motions going upwards. Okay, and that's just going to deepen up my lash line a little bit. So when you're done, it should look something like that. So I'm going to be using this sculpted complexion stick. This is from OG, and it's in the shade 1.25, which is called Linen. It comes in an applicator like so. Okay, and you just kind of like push it up. I'm going to take this foundation brush here, and I'm going to go in and I'm just going to run my brush across that. I'm not going to go in there with heavy foundation. I'm just going to go in there. It's going to be very light, very lifted, and very soft. I'm just really kind of pressing that into the skin and buffing at the same time. It has a very creamy consistency, and you can see it's not too heavy. It's very lightweight, very breathable. Try not to ruin my brows that I did already. Brows don't usually change too much when you're getting ready to go out anywhere, so just do whatever you normally do for your brows. Then I can go in, I can use this concealer brush here. This is from Angie. This is the 506 brush, and I can go in, I can just kind of dab there, and I can go over a couple areas where it needs a little bit more attention, or the high traffic areas, as I like to say, like the nose, when you're getting bumped a lot and you're, you know, typically hugging and kissing people a little bit more this time of year. This area will get hit a lot, so I'll go in and do a little extra touch up there. And if your nose has a tendency to run in the cold weather like mine does, you just want to go in there and just kind of give it a little extra concealing around those areas there. Now I do want to add a little bit more warmth, so I'm going to go in, I'm going to take this Rare Beauty. This is in the shade Gentle, and this is a contour, and it's just going to add a little warmth to my skin. And what I'm going to do is just put a little on top of my hand here. And I'm kind of glad this affair I'm going to today it's during the day. I'm not big on going out this time of year late at night to parties, holiday parties. I mean, I understand people do, but for me, I like to be like, I don't know, home by like 7 o'clock at night. I'm not looking to go out. I know I'm getting old, but that's okay. I'm fine with it. All right, so I'm just gonna stop. I tap my brush in there, and I'm gonna go across and I use, just for reference, I use this 116 brush from Rare Beauty. And I'm gonna tap this in across my forehead. And this time of year, when my skin seems like it's a little bit more washed out looking and I have no color, then I like to go in and add a little warmth, and you know, just so I don't look sickly. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna brush upwards with this. And this particular product blends out beautifully. You can see how nicely it blends out. Still working off that original amount that I used, okay, and just tapping it upwards. And I can do my jowls a little bit too. Okay, you can see how that just kind of made everything come in a little more, and it looks a little less harsh looking. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna conceal under my eyes very lightly, and I'm gonna be using a serum concealer, one that really does add a lot of moisture to the under eye and just really kind of seeps into the skin. I don't want anything looking too heavy, too dry, too cakey looking. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna put it here, I'm gonna put it here, here, and here. I'm gonna take that same Angie brush here, and it's like a kitten paw, I think they call it. And I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna push that into the skin underneath here. And then here I'm gonna kind of give lifting motions. I'm gonna kind of stretch it upwards. So I changed my lighting around. I don't know if anybody noticed, but can you comment below, let me know what you think on it. I have been playing around with lighting and you know, I never realized how much was going to go into doing YouTube and how important lighting is, but just comment below, let me know if you see a difference. I think it's more important that I get the information out to you as opposed to amazing I should look on camera. But again, I don't want to offend anybody. Okay, so there you go. That's the under eye. Just kind of lifted it bright. You can see that it really just kind of blends right into the skin there. Next, we're going to take a blush, and I'm going to go and I'm going to use this blush here from Westman Atelier, and I haven't used this in a while. I love this. It's a beautiful color. It's just going to add a little bit of pop to my cheeks, okay? I'm going to use this 108 brush from BK Beauty, and I'm going to go in and I'm just going to press my brush into that. And I'm going to go in and I'm just going to add a little bit of color up here. Keeping it lifted up. It goes very nicely, I feel like, with the eyeshadow, right? It's a very soft, subtle look. And then that shimmer that we use just kind of gives it a very soft, soft glance. Okay, we're gonna go over here and we're going to lift that upwards. Now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put a little bit, tiny bit more glow onto it. I'm gonna use this one here from Chanel, and this is called Dragay, and it's a balm, right? It's a very creamy, not too shimmery balm, but it looks really pretty on the cheeks here. It gives a little extra glow there without being like too glittery, and it also doesn't sit into my fine lines and texture, which I don't want that. I can take that same brush if I need to and just kind of tap it in there. But you will see it just kind of seeps right into the skin. It doesn't look like it's laying on the surface of the skin. So next I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna curl my lash, and I'm gonna use this Surratt lash curler. So with mature lashes, you really wanna get as much lift as possible, only because our eyes have a tendency sometimes to droop a little bit, the lids droop. So we wanna kind of lift it up a little bit more. So what I do is when I'm curling my lashes is I'll go in and I'll go right down to the root area and I'll pump 5 times. I'll hold for 5 seconds. And I want you to see the difference in the lashes, okay? All right, so that's the first one I use. Then I go to the middle part of the lashes and I pump again 5 times and I hold, okay? And then I go right to the end of the lashes and I pump again 5 times and hold. And that is just gonna give you an even lift all the way through the lash and kind of lift it up a little bit higher. Can you see the difference between this lash and this lash? How that just kind of lifted it up. I'm gonna take this Swede mascara and I'm gonna go in, and this is in black. You can use brown too, I'm a big fan of brown, and go in there and wiggle this at the base of the lash, okay? And wiggle it in there and then lift it up. Wiggle and then lift. Wiggle and lift. Okay, last but not least, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna add, I'm gonna do my lip, and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna take this pencil here, this Aura lip pencil, and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna kind of smudge this out. I don't want a hard lip line. Starting January 1st, I'm going to be doing a series, a pro artist series of 10 videos, 1 video a week for 10 weeks, going through all of my little pro artist secrets that I'm gonna share with you. So you don't wanna miss that. That'll be coming up in January. And then I'm taking this lip pencil. This is from Laura Mercier. It is the color Agnes, and it's a little bit festive, okay? It's not crazy, it's not red or anything like that. And I'm just gonna add a little pop of color to my lips. Then of course I'm gonna finish up with a setting spray, a hydrating setting spray. At least this time of year, like, you definitely wanna lock everything in and try to lock in as much moisture as possible. And I'm gonna be using this is from the Billion Dollar Baby. It's a setting spray. It's a long-lasting setting spray, and I'm gonna go in, I'm going to give myself a couple of pumps. And there you have it. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna finish doing my hair. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna show you the finished look, and yeah, comment below. Let me know, what do you have coming up this holiday? Do you like to go to nighttime parties, or do you more of a casual get together with friends, like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, like during the week or on the weekend? Just comment below, let me know. Okay, so while I was getting dressed, I noticed a few areas where I want to go in and just kind of lightly dust some powder there, and I'm taking my powder puff here, and I'm gonna go into the Givenchy setting powder, and I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna kind of touch up around here. I don't want shine there, and around my mouth and nose area. I want to keep the subtle glow like on my cheekbones and areas like that. I don't want it all over the face, and you can see the difference already, right? And I'm gonna go over here and press that in. Okay, there you have it, guys. This is the finished look. It's very soft, it's very lifted, it's very a casual look. There is a little shimmer on the lid here. There's a lift in my lashes that I did, and the complexion stick, which is kind of blurred my pores and just evened out my skin tone so it doesn't look too gray and textured looking. I hope this gave you a little inspiration. If it did, please consider subscribing, giving this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. If you do have holiday parties to go to, just enjoy them with your friends and family. All right, everybody, happy holidays. Bye-bye.